Hello and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 1st of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you've ever thought about having a one-to-one with me, a consultation, please see the link beneath this video. You can check out my testimonials. Or if you'd like to ascend from sun sign astrology to more serious astrology in an affordable way, please see the link below for my personal horoscope reports. Based on your time, date and place of birth, totally unique to you, you can get a year's forecast and a character analysis, 30% off special offer. Hello Virgo and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 1st of March. This week sees a collective of energy in your 7th house of relating, but also where you may wish to be a bit more competitive. But with Venus in this location, the stimulus here is very much to try to find collaboration and harmony. It's a gorgeous transit, and Venus also forges a really lovely angle to Uranus, which is in a much more daring part of your situation. If you are single, someone could invite you out on a date or reach out to you in a way that you're not expecting, and it really can provide some real excitement. If you're in a dedicated relationship, it's always a good thing to try to keep reinventing things, to stay in touch with the original spark and flame of passion that was initially there. So being a bit more spontaneous and changing the routines, which of course you really love because it gives you that sense of order, which is part of your nature, but it is important to be able to let go sometimes and just do it in a completely different way. So if you change things up in your relationship thinking or approach or the way you interact with people, it's a very smart thing to do. Now also, Mars, of course, has been in that 9th house, along with Uranus, giving you the desire to widen your horizons. Not easy necessarily, depends where you are in the world with COVID. But on Monday and Tuesday, Mars is still in contact with Pluto. These two govern, in modern astrology, the sign of Scorpio. So for me, this for you is wonderful. It's kind of really charged up and giving you a lot of impetus, and could see you having the confidence to move outside that comfort zone, to do something in a more daring way. It could be linked to your love life, it could be linked to a creative talent, it could be linked to a lifestyle that you're trying to visualize and manifest to bring into your world. But Mars does switch signs on Thursday, but it's very exciting for you because since the 7th of January, Virgo, Mars has actually been in a very conflicting angle with a series of planets in the sign of Aquarius. And I feel it's possible, and you could continue to feel like this to a degree because of Uranus and Saturn, the two rulers of Aquarius, being in conflict for the first half of this year. If you feel your life is too much about duty and not enough about your need to enjoy and to feel fulfillment through being more in the moment and more daring and adventurous, if you feel pinned down by that sense of duty, Mars has seen you pushing back, but possibly the pushback has affected you because even if you're being a rebel, it may have been difficult for you to stand up to situations and say, no, I'm not covering that shift, or I'm not doing this, or no, I'm the one always doing the domestic chores, it's your turn to do it. So it may have been a necessary process to go through some of that conflict, but it probably has left you feeling a bit exhausted at times. So Mars moving into the sign of Gemini, which like your sign is governed by Mercury, gives you an opportunity over the next 6 weeks to manifest your hopes of a professional nature. And because you've got the gathering of planets in Aquarius in your 6th house of duty, precision and hard work, and Mars now goes on to forge a great link with these guys over this next 6-week period, some of the strains and difficulties you've experienced since the 7th of January can make way for opportunities. That's really exciting. Also, in that 6th house, Mercury and Jupiter, Jupiter the planet of growth, Mercury your ruler, are combining in a very productive way. So it could be where you've been a good egg, you've really been supportive of others, you've understood clearly about being dutiful. It may be that some kind of recognition or acknowledgement is going to come back to you. That could be a pat on the shoulder, it could be a friendly email or text, or it could be something more substantive. So that's something to really relish. Now, Saturday does see a complex quarter moon. The Sagittarius quarter moon for you evokes your 4th house of emotion, family and security, whereas the sun's in that part of your scope to do with relating. So if there is any uncertainty around a close personal relationship, over the following week from Saturday, because Neptune, the dreamy, drifting, nebulous energies of Neptune is so close to the sun, you could feel a little bit confused about what to do. So what I would say is just keep the lines of communication open, because through the first 2 weeks of this month, your ruler Mercury is still in shadow. So that means it's out of retrograde, but it's not quite back to the point where the retrograde began at 28 degrees Aquarius. Once it gets back to that point on the 13th of this month, then you're really going to feel the clarity that's so important to you really starts to work in its normal way. But I do feel that as much as Mercury, your ruler, being a very productive influence in that conjunction with Jupiter, because Jupiter governs the sign of Sagittarius, which is about emotion for you, and you have that square, however much you try to be a people pleaser or do your bit, it could be in certain situations that you feel that others expect so much of you, particularly in your home and emotional and family situation, that it can be a little bit draining. So I think what this quarter moon's saying is just push back a little bit to set your boundaries, and that means sometimes just saying no. It doesn't mean being unpleasant, it just means you don't even have to justify it, just saying, look, I'm very sorry, would normally help you out, but at the moment I need some time for myself. And I think that will help you to get through that quarter moon at the end of this week. But for now, stay safe, take care, good luck, and goodbye.